Every day is not a perfect day. And that's the nature of this program, this class. Everybody comes here with things that we're working on. They're used to getting referrals, they're used to being suspended, and they're used to failing in school. This program was really developed so that they could have a space, where they can build that confidence and have hope for their future.
Our garden program is the place where kids can just be themselves out there and learn how to grow and, of course, grow their own food. It's just wonderful that we can incorporate every subject and it can be hands-on.
It's about collaboration, responsibility, empathy, and having a space that's just a safe space, a space that's their space. They can go out there and they can work on building relationships with other students, work on building relationships with adults. And when we get to see those kinds of things, those Thrive skills blossoming, that's what's the most important part of this program.
Just teaching them to be good, kind human beings. If we can accomplish that, I'm happy. If we can accomplish more, I'm elated. Our kids just need to be loved for who they are.
When Kekoa first joined our program, he was in 6th grade, and he came from elementary. Kekoa would tell us, I don't know how I made it to middle school. I think my teachers didn't like me. I knew right then and there that I had to change that. I had to have him understand that we care for him, and this is his place, and we're his people, and we're gonna grow together.
His grades came up, he's doing good. At first he wasn't he can't concentrate and stuff oh, it's too hard and this and that. So now he's doing real well.
We've watched him grow from only, needing to be in a fully self-contained class to working to where he could go out for one class, and now he's out for 2 electives and he's graduating.
Kama started out as a 6th grader in our class. We were able to get into the real Kama and what was in his heart.
She made me feel safe, I have somebody to talk to.
Seeing their progress when they break down those walls and start to grow as students, that's what makes me wake up and come to work every day, trying to just make a difference for these kids so that we can start the process of building hope and confidence in them.
She's more than just a teacher to him. She's kind of like an auntie. She always wants the best for him. She's one of positive influences in his life that he had, somebody that really encourages him to do better and do more.
I'm more mature, and if I have a bad day, I'll still be good, and my behavior won't change.
Kama's out on campus living his best life now, and that makes me feel so happy for him. Just seeing them, not have to need to be so restricted, and to be in a place where, hey, he's gonna go to high school and he's gonna play sports, and he's doing great in his classes. I am so proud of him.
Education is very important, and if they don't have somebody pushing them to do better and want to do better, then they'll be stuck. And after they graduate from high school, they won't go anywhere. They need it now, these core values stuck in them now, so they can, in the future, become somebody and do something.
Kristel, she's excellent at her job. She also is really good with incorporating all the other people within our school and trying to help them by being a mentor, being able to provide these experiences for other classes. She is working with all of our other fully self-contained classrooms and giving those students an opportunity to come in.
This space was created for all of our students with special needs. That was really important for everyone to know that this is our space.
Autism group, the deaf and hard of hearing group, medically fragile group. She's brought all of those groups into coming to work in the garden, and the kids absolutely love it. And also general education kids are in there too, and they're all working together. It's an inclusion outside setting. And she's put it all together herself.
What I like the most about it is like some of the students can have like behavioral issues and behavioral challenges, but then when they go out in the garden, they're like completely different people.
The garden program has definitely brought the school together. I actually take my students out during Thursdays at lunch recess because that's when it's gardening club, which is open to the whole school. And my students don't often get a lot of time to interact with peers without disabilities. So it's really nice to see them in the garden working alongside, a variety of diverse peers.
It's really exciting because we have other classes that are joining us now. And a few of our kids have gone out to sign language class as an elective. So our students in the sign language class now join us out in the garden.
When it first started, it was an invite to, Mr. Oth to bring his students to the garden. And when they got to the garden, Jacob started teaching, Kekoa, and they would learn a little bit of sign language. And Kekoa would teach Jacob how to use his voice a little bit more, which was really awesome. So we would see that, and then Kekoa was like, hey, could I take sign language class?
I was shocked when he came home and told me that he know how to sign language. I was like, where did you learn that? And then he was telling about that boy.
To witness that, as a teacher, and to see your students thriving and just being comfortable being themselves out there and around other students, like that's really an awesome feeling.
Not everybody fits into the traditional reading, writing, math, social studies type of program. And with the hands-on experiential type of learning with our program, it really does let our students excel in other areas beyond just traditional school.
Once they have confidence in one thing, they can have confidence in learning anything.
And so to see them grow over time, it's really exciting and it feels very rewarding. And I think for the students to be able to recognize like, oh, I've grown so much since when I first came here to how I am now.
The characteristics that make a great special education teacher is being vulnerable. And I know that's a weird word to say when you think of a great characteristic for a teacher. But when you can do that and students see that it's okay, that their life is not perfect, and that they can let their walls down because they're in a safe space with people who really understand them, that's when the great things happen in your classroom.
I want to say thank you, Kristel, for everything you do for the kids. She's awesome.